I love you too, baby. Seriously?
Mom, I love you more.
You love me more? All right, thank you, dude. So this is a review of the Hoover Pee Pee Poo Poo Dual Power Pro Carpet Washer. Look, Pee Pee Poo Poo trademark. I coined that, so if Hoover wants to give me like 10 bucks, they can have this name. And I'll take like some free like carpet washing solution too. So the official name is Pet Premium, but I like Pee Pee Poo Poo better. I mean, Pet Premium, I mean, that doesn't really speak to me. I want something that tells me this vacuum cleans pee pee poo poo. This vacuum happens to be... That's enough, Way. So this vacuum happens to be the most expensive vacuum cleaner that you can purchase at Walmart. That's not what drew me to it. I'm kind of a Hoover guy to begin with. But the other thing that caught me on that is that it has a nice dog on there. It's a big old Labrador, and it's subliminal. So I'm thinking, if you got a Labrador on here, you obviously, you're telling me that this vacuum can handle a big dog mess. So if I had a Labrador and he went poo poo pee pee and I cleaned up the big stuff, this vacuum should be able to handle that mess. Yes, you're a big dog too. So right away I like that. So that's what led me to purchase that. Now I'm calling this a review, but it's really not a review because I already bought it. So if I don't like it, I kind of stuck with it. So now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and unbox it, see what's inside. We'll see how easy it is to build, in case you're wondering, to make that purchase. And then we're actually going to test drive it. We'll see how it actually does against my carpets. All right, so right away unboxing, I'm kind of thrilled because it's got a cleaner. Now I just bought a giant bottle of cleaner for like 20 something bucks. And maybe I failed to read the packaging, but this thing has a pretty decent 16-ounce size of Expert Pet Cleaner. Now, I don't know if there's an entry level, a mid-range, and a beginner, but this is Expert, so this thing is obviously going to be awesome. And then I've also got another one, 16-ounce of Expert Clean, and I guess if you don't have an animal, you use the Expert Clean, but I'm assuming that the Expert Clean and the Expert Pet are pretty much the same thing. I bet they smell the same, taste the same. But anyways, you've got 32 ounces right out of the box of cleaner, and I didn't have to buy the one that I purchased, so already I'm pretty impressed. We've also got a set of a user's manual, and I could read this to you. I think most of us don't really read it, and as a matter of fact, I think most of us are just going to start assembling it, and then we make a mistake somewhere, and then we're like, holy crap, where did I go wrong? Let me go read the owner's manual. But for now, we're just going to set this aside. All right, next up, I've got a barking dog in the background. I've got a little attachment here with a little brush. It's kind of cool. I'm not sure what this is for yet. I haven't read the owner's manual. I've got a attachment, I guess if you want to like strap it to your wrist, like that, when you're out vacuuming. And then I got this spin brush here. Check that out. I think it spins. I'm sure it spins. Yeah, and I guess this is for cleaning like the cat. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Go vacuum my kitty. Yeah, how you like that? So we'll find out how this works. Got a lot of stuff in here. So, whoops. I've got a handle. I've got a container. Just gonna like make some Kool-Aid and pour it out. I've got a tote bag. Gotta take that to the gym when I go work out. Let's see here. Oh man, it's got a hose, some kind of a hose here, and what is this thing? I'll cut it out. That looks like some kind of a wand of some sort. I guess you could shoot your cats. There we go. That's a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. So now we're going to put it together. Okay, so we're going to move on to the assembly phase here. So I haven't read the instructions, and I highly recommend that you read the instruction manual so you know what in the world you're doing. But my wife's not home, so I'm just going to go ahead and wing it. So I'm assuming that the handle sticks onto this. It's the same shape. And there's a little knob back here. And I think it says lock handle. So I think I got that right. And this is my tank, and it obviously I think it goes here, so we're just gonna pop it on. Okay, maybe not. I think assembly is done. I think that's, hey, leave my bag alone, dude. So we've got these hoses, right? And I don't know where they go. Hey, there's a thing that goes on there that I didn't do correctly, so let's get that. So it looks like this thing is not an arm wrist rest. It goes on top like this. And then this thing clips on like that. So, woohoo! I don't know how that works. Like, you just like lean it over and vacuum like that? There's a secret compartment here. Check it out. And my hose goes in here. Check it out. Hey, do you mind? Goes in here. And it lick it in place. Somehow. Lick it in place. Not easy to do. Lick it in place. Alright. So I guess either you've got a hose or you don't got a hose. I guess it's not hosing all the time. So once you got the hose, then you take this thing here, and you see this little white piece right here, like a, and then he attaches somehow to, so this clippy thing goes right there. And there you go. So okay, that's how that works. You want to release, there's a little clippy here. You push on it with your thumb, and back on again. So when you're done with the hose, then you push this little gray button here, and then you pull it off. It comes off real easy. There we go. And then if you want to attach the magic wand, same thing. You take your little clippy thing, ow, you pop it in here. Oh, you're biting me! And you slip it in here. And now you got a magical wand. We don't know what this does yet. It says scare off the cats and dogs. And when you're done with it, you push this little button and it comes right off super easy. So now I'm going to walk you through filling the Dual Pro Pee Pee Poo Poo tank with cleaner and how to mix and stuff. And I'm going to read the owner's manual so you guys don't have to watch that, and I'll show you how to do it. So I've read the instructions and I'm an expert now. So there's a lid here you have to remove. It says fill it with hot water. I don't know how hot. I'm going to go nuclear fusion rod, hot molten magma hot in here. And if I break it, then you guys would kind of see me do it, not make the same mistake. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, hot water, molten hot. All right, now that we've filled it with hot water, we're going to replace the lid. I don't know if it goes a certain way, and we lock it in place. All right, then we open the other lid, this guy here. Open sesame, take it off, and if you lose this, I think we're in trouble. So don't lose your lids, please. And it says fill with solution. Now, when I read the solution, it says to use like 3 ounces for a gallon. This is a 16-ounce bottle. I don't know if I'm supposed to measure it, but I'm just gonna play stupid. Let me do this. Yeah, I'm just gonna put as much as can possibly go in there. I mean, what can go wrong, right? So just gonna solution that up until it's just completely full. Maybe it'll hold all 16 ounces. Maybe it does all the math for me, does all the pre-measuring so I can't break it. But I've got it going. Take it. And I just put 16 ounces of cleaner. Expert pen. So I'm hoping it does all the mixing for me. I'll know if I've got a big soapy mess in my carpet, if that did not work. Okay, so I'm going to replace it now. It's going to go in an angle like this, I think. Lock it in place. Okay. So, clean water here, hot water. Cleaning solution there, and then toilet water, pee-pee poo-poo water after we clean the carpet. It's going to go in there. And it's supposed to fill up with like filth as we vacuum. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try it out on a couple of key areas in the house. We're going to do like a little triangular area in here. This is kind of where we sit and eat when we're not supposed to, and watch TV and spill sippy cups. And so we're going to do like a little piece in here, and so we can see if there's a dramatic contrast, between the dirty carpet and the clean carpet. So we're gonna do a little piece here. Then we're gonna do an area right like here. Just a little flat, little piece. This is probably the most high traffic part of the entire house. And you can't really tell, but the carpet here is gray and filthy and dirty. And the nap of the carpet is just laying down flat. So we're gonna do a, do you mind? We're gonna do a piece right here. Then we're gonna take that magical wand, ow, and we're gonna clean just a piece of this stair right here. We'll do the bottom one because it's really dirty. And we'll see how that little magical wand, I mean, I'm probably just gonna put the whole vacuum up here and just vacuum it all the way up the stairs. Seriously? So we're just gonna do a little area right here, little piece. Okay, so it's really hard to see it on camera, but there's a knob here and it says wash, and over here it says rinse. So when you want to rinse, you do that, and I guess it doesn't pull solution out of the solution tank. But when you want to wash, you put it to wash. So we're going to put it to wash, and we're going to go ahead and give it a demonstration. Okay, so just so you guys know, on the box, it said that this thing weighed 6 pounds or something. When you put water in it, it weighs like 50 pounds. So it's going to get a little bit heavier if you're conscious about weight. Now, I'm cool with the 50 pounds, you know, you just do some like curls with it, and you're like, yeah, baby. Anyways, but if you don't want to be lugging a 50-pound vacuum up and down the stairs, you might want to fill it when you get it to where you're going to use it. So we're going to go ahead and release the handle, and we're going to power it on, and there's a trigger here, and it says, you squeeze the trigger in a forward and backward motion to apply the cleaner, and then you let go of the trigger, and then you just let the thing do its magic. And we'll see how that goes. How do we turn it on? Right here. Squeezing the trigger. Squeezing the trigger. There we go. Letting go of the trigger. Pushing the clean button. Clean button here. So now that we've kind of washed the area, we're going to go ahead and turn it to rinse. And let's see how it fares. Until you see water not coming out here anymore. So the area is still wet. So this is, it looks darker now than when we started. And it's not because it's dirtier, it's just that it's still wet. And I don't know if you can tell in the film, but there's like an area here where it's kind of like a darker area, like maybe all the dirt scooted to the edge here. So we're going to give this a chance to dry, but while we do that, we're going to go try it on a different area. I forgot to mention, there's a little button here that says Clean Boost. I guess that's a turbocharger. So I'm not really sure what that does. I didn't really read that in the manual yet. I'm assuming it cleans better, so we're going to give that a shot as well. So I'm going to turn the knob to rinse and rinse out. Here's the finished result, and I got a tile area there. There's some water that's kind of flooding out from the edge. I don't know if I used too much water. But again, I've got a kind of an area that looks clean here. The nap of the carpet is actually standing up. But I am noticing this darker area on the edge. And I don't know if that's dirt accumulating. It's got me a little worried. I'll have to wait to see when it dries. But does that mean that along the perimeter of my room I'm going to have a dark line? Or is it going to not have that issue? Or maybe you just put the nozzle all the way up against the wall, so we'll have to figure that out. It doesn't spin very fast. Oh! We'll let this area and the other 3 areas we cleaned dry now, and we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like after it dries to see how dramatic of a difference, if any, that it made. One thing to call out is that there's a big puddle of water right here where I was using that, where I placed the vacuum while I was doing the stairs. It's not flooding, but it looks like, I don't know if it's water that dripped off the unit from it being vacuuming the carpets first, or if that's just standard that it drops fluid, but just be warned. So something worth noting right away, I use a pretty good amount of water. Now, I don't think these are the same size because there's not as much water here as there was up there. That's clear water. That's poo poo pee pee water that I just vacuumed out of the carpet. So obviously my cleaner is picking up something. First impression, I think it's working pretty good. All of that was in my carpet before I used it, so it's definitely making a difference. But what we really want to see are the results after the carpet dries. When you're done with the vacuum, you've got some maintenance pieces to contend with. So for starters, we're going to have to empty this container out. Once again, that's pretty foul. That's all the stuff that came out of the carpet, and that's just those 3 areas that we did. This isn't the entire carpet, so you can imagine how much I have all over the place. As far as the hose is concerned, you want to disconnect this piece here, let it dry, obviously. But in the hose itself is a bunch of fluid. So according to the instructions, you're supposed to drain it by holding it up. And my arm is not long enough. And you're supposed to squeeze the trigger down here to get any fluid out of it. But, oh, there we go. Get a little bit of fluid out. There you go. Get out! Woo, we're gonna go to the bathroom now. Woo-wee. At this point, it's been about 4 or 5 hours since I vacuumed. The carpets are now dry, and the changes are a little subtle. And I'm gonna show some images here that are gonna show you the improvement. Now, I actually was expecting the carpet to get brighter in the areas that I cleaned, thinking that the areas beneath it, well, that the dirt was dark and it would be like bright, but it turns out the carpet, actually the original carpet color is coming back and it's more of a brownish, reddish tint to it. So if you look here, you can see, and it's hard to tell from the video, but the nap of the carpet is actually stood up again. And that's why it looks darker, because on this area here, it's matted down and it's basically just covered in dirt. Do you mind? So this area is a lot fluffier now. It's a lot softer, and it's kind of hard to tell. So my original plan to just basically show you a super clean area that was bright white compared to the dark area, it's not what I expected. I guess I forgot what the original carpet color was. Since the results of the spot check were inconclusive, we had to get a little more creative. So this half of the room has been cleaned with the Hoover Poo Poo Pee Pee vacuum. The Hoover Poo Poo Pee Pee vacuum cleaner. And it's a significant difference. It's hard to tell on the film, but on this side the carpet is uniform, it's cleaned, there's no stains, there's no spots. And on this side over here, this area where we spend a lot of time is actually filthy, and I'll show a couple images, but there's some spots, some dark areas, some areas where it's really gray and dark. So there's absolutely a significant improvement on the side that we've used the Poo Poo Pee Pee vacuum on versus the side where we haven't. So overall, I'll say it was a good purchase. The other thing was I was concerned about the edges where it was leaving dark spots, and I actually don't have any issues with that right now. What I did is I had to use a vacuum head on against the edge of the wall, and it solved the issue. I'll close out like this. These carpets were new about 5 years ago, and for 5 years we've been walking on them, spilling stuff on them, rolling on them, eating on them. We've been tearing them up, especially in these high traffic areas. This is probably the most common high traffic area of the house. If the Hoover Poo Poo Pee Pee dual power carpet cleaner can get these carpets clean, imagine what they could probably do for yours. Could get these carpets clean, I'm sure they could do the same for you. And I'm sure you're probably not waiting 5 years to buy something. So I'm signing off. I was impressed with it, and I'm not taking it back. I'm going to go ahead and finish out my carpets. Good luck.